Hello and welcome to another installment of Metallic Reviews, the show where I take an honest look at the harder, heavier side of music and give it an honest rating. Today we head to Greece for one of their biggest metal exports, SepticFlesh, and their new album Modern Primitive, released May 20th on Nuclear Blast. Now this is the band's first effort in 5 years, and their first since signing to this massive indie label. So how'd they do? Let's find out. Now, much as with the Rammstein release a few weeks back, anyone looking for SepticFlesh to tool around with their darkly symphonic formula is going to be disappointed. It's got the minor keys, the thick instrumentation, and the neat, delicate balance between sort of classical songwriting and modernized death metal. The Antonio brothers are razor sharp in their various attacks, with Spiros offering his typically thunderous vocalizations over the top of brother Christos' massive guitar work. He's joined by Dinos Brasas, better known by the stage name Psychon, who plays on his first work as an official member of the group. He's been touring with them for quite some time, but this is his first time actually playing on one of their albums. A third guitar is added by clean vocalist Sotiris Vayenas. These three combine for a soundscape that is unique unto itself, yet fits in their wider discography. Album opener The Collector is almost playful in its approach. It features a lot of push and pull between dynamics, especially when it comes to the orchestrations, leading to one of the best album openers of the year so far. That's followed up by the first single, Hierophant, which features Vayenas for the first time. His cleans work with Spiros' rough stuff to offer an almost, dare I say, metalcorean vibe. No, don't get me wrong, they don't actually go there full tilt, but I do enjoy that they allow themselves that bit of breathing room when it comes to vocalizing. When backed by an orchestra, one needs it, and I'm thrilled that symphonic death bands, for the most part, understand this. Metal and classical music go together like a bat and a ball, smashing their way forward in power and glory, and it's really, really good that SepticFlesh present this in such a solidified manner. Now, there are other good parts to the album as well, especially towards the end. Psychohistory and A Dreadful Muse close the record out in terrific fashion, built upon the sturdy foundation of the songs A Desert Throne and Modern Primitives. All these songs show the band at their finest when they go full bore and don't allow any limitations to hold them back. SepticFlesh are a band that actually become better the more they crescendo, and all of these songs work in that way. Each one has its bits and pieces, molded together to create a type of Frankenstein's monster, replete with legions of death metal vocals, powerful guitar work, and absolutely insane drumming, courtesy of one of YouTube's favorite metal drummers, Cream. That said, I did have an issue with the album, and that issue falls squarely in the middle of it. They kind of go away from the catchier, more interesting parts and delve into a little bit more of the middle-of-the-road style. Songs like Neuromancer and Coming Storm are somewhat guilty of this. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard, far from it in fact, but some may paint it as being the death metal equivalent of elevator music, just kind of something you could put on in the background. Another critique I have of this album, and really of the band in general, is their lack of adherence to any kind of consistent verse-chorus structure. Some songs have terrific choruses that repeat and they stick with you. Others just kind of wander all over the place a little bit, and it seems as if the band were indecisive with whether or not they wanted certain parts in the song or left out. Overall, though, SepticFlesh have released a perfectly above-average death metal album. I'm not sure it's going to win any new fans, but their current group will probably be very satisfied with it. It probably won't make my album of the year list, but it will be placed in the upper echelon of what we heard, probably honorable mention territory. It's symphonic death at its darkest and most brutal, but it does lack a little bit of the bite that makes some other releases in the genre so powerful. In light of that, I'm giving Modern Primitive by SepticFlesh a solid 4 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching. Click like and don't forget to subscribe for more Metallic reviews. Next week we're heading to Poland to examine Decapited's new album Cancer Culture. I hope you'll join me. You've been watching Metalhead Central, where I give honest ratings to honest music, and I'll see y'all next time.